The NBA bubble games are going on, and they count. They count in the standings. They count in the seedings. The stats count on player stats for their careers. They don't count for NBA awards for some reason. You already had to have your ballot for the NBA awards in, well, before they started these games. So here's my ballot. Let's get into the NBA awards for this season. At MVP, at the top of the list, it's got to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. Look, as great as LeBron James was, and he is just outrunning Father Time in a way we haven't seen since Benjamin Button. He is amazing and putting up this great year and lifting the Lakers. They were plus 11.7 when he was on the floor this year per 100 possessions. Giannis was plus 12. Giannis was amazing. He led the best defense in the league. He was the focal point of a top 5 offense. He did everything right. This is an elite team, an elite player, the best player on the best team, best player in the NBA right now. He's the MVP. By the way, James Harden 3rd, Kawhi Leonard 4th, Luka Doncic 5th, if you're counting up votes. Defensive Player of the Year, I'm giving it to Giannis Antetokounmpo again. That's the double. The only other guys to do this, Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon. He just beats out Anthony Davis, who was fantastic for the Lakers. Rudy Gobert played well, despite the fact that the Jazz kind of fell off a little bit because everybody around him fell off. And there were some other guys, like Marcus Smart, some other guys who deserved consideration in that mix. But for me, again, the Bucks defense best in the NBA by far this year, and it starts and ends with Giannis Antetokounmpo. So he pulls off the double. But we'll move on to some of the other awards now. Most Improved Player. This was really hard this year. I lost a lot of sleep over this one, watched a lot of film, compared a lot of numbers, ended up going with Brandon Ingram, number 1. Look, developed a jumper out for the Pelicans in New Orleans, really started to change his game around, helped keep them afloat till they got Zion Williamson back, and then blended with him, really improved his game overall. By the way, I also had votes for Bam Adebayo in there, and Luka Doncic, who made it. I don't tend to vote for second-year guys getting in this award because they're supposed to make a leap, but Doncic's leap was so amazing to just an elite level that he gets my 3rd place vote. 6th Man of the Year, another tough one, but look, I watched him a lot in person this year. Montrezl Harrell gets the award. I love energy bigs off the bench. He changed things for the Clippers when he came in. He closed games for them. He brought a lot of energy and just changed the game every time he entered for the Clippers. Also on that list, Dennis Schroeder from Oklahoma City, and Derrick Rose, who came out of nowhere to have a spectacular season in Detroit. I loved, one of my favorite stories of the year is seeing Derrick Rose back and impacting games, and he gets a 3rd place spot on my 6th Man of the Year vote. Rookie of the Year, look, this one was kind of a runaway. Yes, it's Ja Morant. It's easy. Look, Zion Williamson will probably be the best player out of this class. He ends up 3rd here because he only played 19 games. In fact, he barely playing in the bubble, too. He's only less than 15 minutes a game. 2nd on my list was Kendrick Nunn. Started 60 games for the Miami Heat, a team that's not only well in the playoffs, but a threat in the playoffs. Kendrick Nunn was fantastic this year. You don't really think of him as a rookie for some reason. He was phenomenal, but it's Ja Morant. Ja Morant is going to be special in this league and a star for a long time. He lifted the Grizzlies into the playoffs. It's just a phenomenal season. It's an easy call. Coach of the Year, not an easy call. There were so many guys you could have put in here. I'm going with Nick Nurse at the top of my list. We all thought that the Raptors were going to fall off, right? It would just, hey, no Kawhi Leonard, no Danny Green. They're going to, no. He has helped. He gets this because he's done 2 things. Well, he helped develop players. Guys like Pascal Siakam have really taken a step forward. But beyond just the player improvement, his X's and O's and defense, this is the 2nd best defensive team in the NBA, and they throw a lot of looks at you. Hey, sometimes it's a zone, sometimes it's a box and one. He is more creative and gets guys to buy in on the defensive end better than anybody. I have Brad Stevens 2nd and Mike Budenholzer 3rd, and it killed me to leave Billy Donovan off the list, and a few other guys. Eric Spoelstra, some other guys just did phenomenal jobs this year. It's a deep coaching class, but I'm giving it to Nick Nurse. That's my awards ballot.